There have been fire trucks and policemen going down to what's probably a collision, not an accident. And I've come a long way to be able to call judgment on these people. A long way. This is not what I would want. But I also never knew evil was so prevalent and so magnified on this large scale of just completely really just like a hatred for humanity to be able to slaughter the way they are. So I have no qualms at this point. It's funny because I'm laying here and it's kind of hot and I'm hungry, and I was thinking about going down and getting like a sub, and it was like Spirit said, well, you might want to stay out of the way. And then literally I was still laying here just kind of lazily, and the fire station is like right across from where I'm sitting. And then I was like, okay, which way are they gonna go? If they're gonna go that way where the Wawa is, that I was towards the Wawa where I was thinking about going, then that's really something. And I might still go down there. And then there was a person that was like, I couldn't tell if it was like a minivan, but it was like a dark gray. And they were at the Hardy lot across the way, kind of like in a parking space, but like, you know, kind of in front of that like cave looking part of the old miniature golf place. But you know, they had their lights on with me. They turned their lights on when I looked over there for the first time, like after I sat here for probably 15 minutes and hadn't noticed them. And as soon as I looked over, they turned their lights on, and they left their lights on, and they wanted me to know, I'm watching you. And it's like, I feel it's like they want my attention. And it's like, as much as for my own, like, for kind of receipts of what's happening to me, I've been, you know, at least plenty, but not all of them, you know, documenting times I'm being stalked. I can't document all of it, it's way too much. License plate numbers and such. But this person, I'm gonna say man, but it could have been a woman, but like they were so desperate for my attention, and it was like just really obsessive and just so crazy and unhealthy, and I never would have thought. And then there's the movies I watched when I lived with my mom, and movies would come onto my feed and I didn't know what they were about, but like there was some that come to mind now, where like in the movie there's like an obsessive, you know, stalker, and they have like a shrine for the person they're obsessed with, and they live like double lives, and you would never guess that they were completely obsessed with somebody. Like, I can't remember now the details of the movie, but let's say they're a police officer, or let's say they're just whatever, they're a certain person in the town, and you just would never think that, but then it ends up being that they are like this completely obsessed. But like this is like obsession times, I don't know if it's 1 million or 500,000 or 250,000 at least, but it's like crazy. And because these people through corrupt government have been able to access like viewing my body through black market porn that my false husband that they set me out with was having filmed in the marital home, like because they're used to like viewing me like I'm consumable, like consuming me. You know what I mean? Like watching me whenever they want, like around the clock, like a 24/7 real TV of me. I mean, I didn't know it. And so it's like, because these people are so used to like having access, and now they don't have access. The only access they have is like, I'm not going to go to the gym very often because I know they're filming me there. They may be filming me at the bathrooms around at different places, but like at Kroger, they could be. I mean, so it's like, you know, I don't know. It's just these people are not right in the head. I mean, obviously, if you could slaughter people and molest children, you're not right in the head. And so I'm so glad to be able to take down these people, because they are soulless people. They're nothing like me. And they're nothing like the innocent people that they have murdered, that they have massacred, just enormous amounts. But they mirror us. So when they seem like an upstanding person in the community, whether they're a librarian, a teacher, a doctor, a stay-at-home mom, a pastor, anything, a bus driver, anybody, whatever their position, whatever they, whatever line of work or whatever they do, or even, famous athlete, singer, pop star, talk show host. There's a talk show host that has kind of like a half shaven, and she has kind of like I don't know if it's dreads on the side, and she's like, I think she's white, but I can't remember her name or anything, but that came to mind last night, and they were telling me, yeah, she's one. And I was like, wow, So their persona and the way they're perceived is all that matters to them, and they're willing to kill whoever and drink whoever they need to appear a certain way. So like what we're really going to find out is like narcissism is like has been an enormous percent of the population, like a third or half, and they've been willing to go to any extreme. It wasn't just my husband, who's not even my real husband, it was a false marriage, but it wasn't just him, and he's a great extreme. That's kind of what I thought, that when I started getting the downloads that he was a serial murderer, and I'm not the first person that he's put into like a false marriage to try to trap, but he was able to kill the other person, but he has like a wife and stuff that's legit. And so I was thinking, wow, this is crazy. It can be like a crazy while, but no, I could have never imagined that it's that like on crack, that it's that times 20,000, and they're all coming down. That's wild to me, wild.